Yo, hi everybody. Good morning. It's Friday. It's 11 o'clock. About 11 o'clock. Doing my hair. So, if you guys were ever curious what I use, this is what I use right here. I use it because this is $4. $4. This giant 35-ounce jar. All right. So, what's up, Rebecca? Watching me do my hair, right? Hey, Kathy. What's up to you too? So I'm doing my hair, right? But so I'm doing my hair, but I was thinking about life and struggles and everything else. And the thing about life is that it will test you, right? You'll be tested. And that's like the first step. So people are going to say things that disagree with what you're about. When I first started out, I wanted to do all kinds of stuff. I wanted to create so many different businesses, and people would always tell me that I'm unqualified to do so. Right? So if you guys don't know, I've started a bunch of different businesses. I started a clothing line. I started a juice bar, a vegan juice bar, and we served food. It was inside of the supermarket. I started a gym. I had a full-on gym. I created an IT company. Get this. I started an IT company, and I didn't even know what a server was. It's funny. You can do shit like that. And I got a client. Crazy. It's nuts. So I started an IT company early on. I wanted to start other companies. I actually did start a contracting company. So I'm technically a licensed contractor. And most recently, obviously, is my real estate business in school. But all to tell you, see, so none of those businesses are like linked. The IT business, the juice bar, the clothing line, the contracting, the real estate school, the gym, like nothing. No ties to one another. And yeah, maybe I was qualified, maybe I wasn't qualified, whatever, right? But it doesn't really matter, because in the end, what matters is the service and the result that you deliver. So if the result is there, then who's to say that you were or were not qualified? So I'm going off of a post, and the post didn't really get to me. I actually like using post as inspiration because I run out of ideas, so I get ideas from other people. So thank you, Anthony, for the idea today. Anthony, he was upset that people were unqualified to teach real estate, and he's like, all these unqualified people who didn't even do 8 deals are trying to coach and teach real estate. And it's like, yeah, well, fuck it, let them. I don't know. Let them do what they do, because that's what they want to do. I don't know. So everybody starts somewhere, and who determines the qualifications? I don't know. For businesses like that, nobody. If you want to be a doctor, you got to be qualified, and rightfully so. But other than that, you will be tested in whatever it is that you want to try to do. So if you want to be like the coolest, biggest real estate agent in the world, and they're like, well, you've never done a deal. How can you be the best? How can you claim to be the best now? Well, that's where it starts, right? Conor McGregor, he was like, years before he got to fight Mayweather, he was like, I'm going to kick everybody's ass and I'm going to be on top and this and that. And year after year, he just started whooping ass, right? So, yeah, I don't know. He claimed it way before he deserved to claim that. And that's where it starts. Let's see. So Warren asked, teaching from experience. What's wrong with that? I don't know. Nothing's wrong with that. Exactly. So, yeah, if you're doing something, people will dislike it. I posted earlier that Steve Jobs probably got haters when he built the first computer. So, I don't know, look at him now. Well, don't look at him now because he's in a casket, but you know what I'm saying, right? He built the most lucrative business in America. So, you can do that. Steve Jobs was a hippie who used to not shower and smell and walk around barefoot, and used to put his bare feet on the desk at work. Like, that was his start. Unqualified? I guess so. If he said, yo, I'm going to build the biggest company in America, most profitable company in America, you'd be like, get out of here, you barefoot hippie. But he did it. So, yep. So yeah, that was me doing my hair. It doesn't take that long. So again, this is the product I use. I get this from Walmart. It's actually probably not $4. I think it's $3. It's even cheaper. Yo, Mike, you have been bullshitting, not for a while, for a long ass time. I'm going to call you out. Mike, you've been bullshitting for a long time. But nah, I appreciate that you're still plugged in and that you're still interested because it's awesome. It changes lives. Rob Gibson from our class, 260, he came to class yesterday and he created this creative acquisition strategy. So if you guys don't know what creative acquisitions is, that's where you acquire properties creatively, and creativity is needed when you don't have money or credit. So if you don't have money or credit, then you got to think really creatively. And so Rob Gibson yesterday was like, okay, so what I'm going to offer the seller is I'm going to offer them $100,000 over what they're asking for. In return, though, I'm going to say I'm not going to pay you at all for 5 years. So it's going to be a zero payment every single month for 5 years, but I'm going to pay you $100,000 over your asking price, and I'm going to invest $50,000 into your deal. If you guys weren't there, you have no idea what I was talking about, but that shit was magical yesterday. So it's little things like that. Your knowledge and who you surround yourself with so that you can pick up knowledge is key to all of this success. So like I said earlier, I created all those businesses. The IT business failed because 1, I lacked passion, and 2, I lacked knowledge. But hey, I made money from that. The juice bar, that was where I traded too much time, and I also lacked passion for that one as well. So the juice bar was more so like, I can't do this with my life anymore. So I closed that down, even though it was pretty cool. The gym was just too labor intensive as well. So I guess the common theme is, I don't want to trade my time for money, because in the end you get burnt out, right? So that's why I enjoy real estate. I dislike real estate as a whole. I don't care for the bricks. I don't really care for that business, right? But real estate makes money the way I like to make money. It's where I don't have to do the work. I don't have to do the work, and I get to just rely on my brain to make money. It's really cool. It's really cool. The smarter you get, the more money you get to make. It's awesome. So that's why we meet every single week at our class, because it's where we all get together and we kind of like share what's in here. So I have the privilege and honor to share what I know with other people who care about what it is that I know. So it feels really good for me. So I really appreciate those who care about what it is that I have to say. And, oh, hey, Bill. Sorry about that. So it's really cool that people come and they want to listen and learn from me, but it's also cool for me because I get to listen and learn from them. It's a really great atmosphere. And when you share ideas, new things pop up. So there was someone who said, I wish I learned or I knew the English language better so that I could have better thoughts, right? Because let's say imagine you were 5 years old. Think about the vocabulary of a 5-year-old. Their imagination can only be so great because they're so limited in the words that they know. What's up, Sean? What's up, Devin? They're limited to the amount of like the words and the sentences that they can put together is so limited because they have a very limited use of the English language. So they can't really think up things. They can't really like if they wanted to create a creative real estate deal, they couldn't because they don't know any of the real estate terms, right? They don't know what a subject to is or a lease option is or whatever. And that goes for you guys as adults. If you guys don't understand what a lease option is, if you guys don't understand a seller finance, a subject to, a contract for deed, and if you don't understand how to combine all of those, if you don't know how those work, then your imagination is limited to, I need to save 20%, put that down, and go to the bank. I just had this conversation yesterday at the intro meeting. This girl who had brand new, had never heard of these terms before. I said to the class, okay, you see this debt that she has? We can pay off this debt by acquiring a property, seller finance, and then it'll pay off this debt. And it requires no money, no credit. And she said, but the bank will just give you the money with no money and no credit? And I said, what bank? It's seller finance. And her like, you can see the gears just spinning like, but you need to get the money from the bank. And I turned to the rest of the room, and I'm like, guys, where am I getting the money from? And the rest of the room screams, the seller, because it's seller finance. And again, her brain just says like, does not compute. And because she has never heard of such a strategy, her imagination could never be there to allow her to acquire properties with no money. She could never do a seller finance deal because she had never heard of it, and so her brain could never conceive of it. So it's important to get around people who are talking about different things like that, so that your imagination could be bigger, could be more creative, right? So master the knowledge, right? And learn all of this stuff so that your brain can work on it subconsciously while you're sleeping, whatever. And then when the deal pops up, your brain will be ready to acquire it with no money and no credit because it already can imagine how to do it. If you don't have any of that kind of stuff going on, if you don't have those thoughts of creative acquisition, you can't get the properties for free. You just can't. And even as I'm saying it now, some of you are listening thinking it's inconceivable that you can get a property with no money. You're still thinking about like, but what does the bank have to say about that? You got to get past that. There's so much more to this real estate thing, and just keep minding your business, right? It always goes back to that. Somehow, some way, all of my talks go back to just minding your business, and your business being making more money for your family, right? For you and your family, so that you guys can do whatever it is that you want to do. So my man Steve here, Steve Estates on Facebook. I don't want to give out your government name, you know what I'm saying? So he's doing big things for him and his family all through real estate, and it allows him to be home and create his own time because he has 6 kids. If you got 6 kids, man, you got to really figure it out. And thankfully, through real estate, through his knowledge, through his ability to learn and network and everything else, he's able to provide for his 6 kids and does it in a big way. So he makes great money and is able to support all of them. So mind your business, right? So everybody just mind your business. First, know what your business is. 2, focus intensely on learning the ins and outs of your business so that when you go to do your business, you can do it better and with better results, right? So yesterday, our classes are kind of cool. I said, okay, guys, Sean presented a strategy and made $74,000 on this deal. No money, no credit. Who can beat it? Who can make more money than Sean? And so somebody else came up. He didn't do it. And then somebody else came up. This is when Rob came up. And then he ended up making $85,000 on the deal. No money, no credit. And I was like, anybody else? Can they beat it? Can they beat it? And then at the end, I went up. Sorry, Rob. I had to smash his number, right? But I ended up making $126,000 on this hypothetical deal. No money, no credit. And it's all because of the creativity that we have and based on the knowledge that we have, our imaginations get to chew on it and go, oh, what if you did this? And then it's like, wow, it's really cool. So really learn this stuff so that you can make money out of thin air. It's so cool. You don't have to trade your time for money. And that's the thing. Rob, this is why I hate Hone. Yeah, it's cool though, right? Because I get to help you guys become better. And I love watching people grow, you know? And he got the extreme combo. That's right. So I love watching people grow. I love people creating new ways of making money for themselves in ways that doesn't require them trading their time, right? Because time is so limited. It's so limited. So try to figure out how to make all the money you need and want without trading your time for it. Now, I don't necessarily hate all jobs. I'm not saying that, right? Some people are like, but hold on, I love my job. Fine, you love your job. Then go do your job. I don't really care, right? I'm minding my business. My business is helping people who hate their jobs. But I also do agree with working to learn, not to earn. Work to learn, not to earn. If there's a job that opens up and you have this idea, this like five-year idea, like, oh, I'm gonna create a monster construction business in 5 to 10 years. So I'm gonna go work at a giant construction company like Gilbane or Turner or Intech or whatever, like some big company, so that I can learn their processes. Yes, they're gonna pay me, of course, but I'm not there because of the paycheck. I'm there to learn. Some people are only at their job for their paycheck. 100%. If there was no paycheck, they would not be there. I would take on a 9 to 5. My wife asked me the other day. She said, "Hone, would you take a job? Would you ever take a job?" I said, "Yeah. If it was for the right company that aligned with what I'm trying to do, ultimately, yeah, I'd take the job. I take the job because I need that insider information, right? Because with that insider information, again, my imagination gets to munch on more stuff, num, 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 num. And then it will regurgitate some cool new strategy for me to implement in my life so that I can create the finances and the freedom and everything else that I want for me and my family. Ultimately, mind your business, and your business is you and your family, right? So you got to do it for them, but you got to know how to do it the right way. So, hey, if you guys want to learn more, come out to the meetings, right? And even if you're a student already and you guys don't be coming out to the meetings, you're missing out on a lot of good stuff. Like yesterday's meeting was dope. And if you're not there, you don't get it. You don't get the experience that, it's just different. So showing up is 90% of the battle. And if you're not there, it's tougher. But I hope that all of you guys get as successful as you want, because it's out there for you. 2018 so far has been better than 2017, and 2017 was better than 2016 for me. So yeah, Sean says, have a baby and you will have a brand new world. Yeah, so learn real estate. Learn real estate, and if you want to have a baby, you get to have a baby. And then you can buy a rental property that in the course of, let's say you got a 15-year mortgage. In the course of 15 years, it would be paid off, and by that time, your child would be 15 to 18 or whatever, right? Depending on when you buy that rental property. Let's say the child, Lysandra Ocasio's on this. What's up? So let's say your child is 3 years old when you buy this property. And let's say this property is $100,000. You buy the property when the child's 3 years old and the property's $100,000, but you only put a couple bucks down, or you put no money down, and you learn the strategies that I teach you, and then you have a 15-year mortgage on it. So over the course of 15 years, it will get paid down. The mortgage will get paid down to zero. And then by the time the child is 18 and ready to go to college, then you get to either sell the house or refinance, and voila, there's your child's college fund. You don't have to save for your child's college fund if you have this property that pays for itself. It not only pays for itself, it pays you in the process. So a lot of people use like a 529 plan, which is a college savings plan for their kid. Instead of saving for your kid's college fund and taking away some of your income, keep all of your income and create additional income from an asset like a property, and that will operate on its own. And when your child is ready, the property will be paid off. And again, you can refinance or sell it, and voila, free college. Yes, Lysandra, I remember ironing your hair because, that was another thing that I did. I did hair. Okay, so we go back, right? Did hair, clothing line, juice bar, gym, IT company, and now real estate investor school. Voila. Why do I get to do it? Because I said so. Don't worry about the people who say you can or cannot do something. That is their business, not yours. Your business is to do what you want for yourself and your family. That's your business. Mind your business. If somebody else tells you that you can't do something, that's their business. That's their opinion. Don't mind it. Mind your own business. All right. So those are the little gems, nuggets, whatevers. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully you guys learned how to do hair. Hopefully you continue to support this company so that they don't go out of business, so that I can continue to buy this gel forever and ever and ever. I usually buy these things. Again, this is 35.3 ounces. I'll buy these like 10 at a time because I'm worried. It never goes bad, so I just have a ton of them. All right, so that's it. Peace, y'all.